Hello everyone, I'm Joe. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Your Average Joe. So today I'm going to be doing my weekly trailer selection for films that are out for the following week in the UK. I've got a great selection for you today. I have a blockbuster film, Rampage. I have a documentary called Even When I Fall. There's also quite a good looking film called The Western, or Western, I'm not sure which one it is. I also did a trailer for The Meg, which is a new Jason Statham film about sharks, or a shark. That's as much as I knew about it. It looks like it's going to be a great laugh. That's in a separate trailer reaction video, so that'll also be the end of this video in a link. I think the first trailer we're going to start with is Rampage. It's probably the most eagerly anticipated film that's going to be out this week. It's starring Dwayne Johnson, formerly The Rock. Whenever you hear that name, you think, okay, it's going to be a big action film, and it looks like it is going to be a big action film. I think it's based on the video game Rampage, so like the retro video game. I'm not sure what I think about games such as Rampage and other sort of classic games, but also, you know, other classic films that are being remade or rebooted or turned into big blockbusters, particularly if there's lots of CGI, but I'll give it a shot. I'm not expecting much, but at least it's going to have high enough production values, so let's get on with the trailer.
It's weird.
They're set in a big city. What a shock. It's going to be like King Kong.
Animals get me. I rescued George when he was 2 years old. George never would have survived on his own.
George of the Jungle?
He definitely trusts you.
I think it's a cross between King Kong and I can only guess as his previous film,
500 pounds.
Jumanji, which I'm not a massive fan of.
George, you okay,
It's
buddy?
funny, but
You're scared.
they'll reboot a classic film like that. Robin Williams, may he rest in peace.
What's happening to my friend?
Are you familiar with genetic editing?
That
Changes will be incredibly
dialogue is quite bad. What's happened to my friend?
Is he the only one?
No.
Oh, you didn't know about the 30-foot wolf?
Ah, yeah. Right. This looks fun. There's the San Andreas, one of Dwayne Johnson's films. That was actually really good special effects, very good CGI.
Having George on that plane is a big mistake.
I think we'll be all right.
Where's Lucille when you need her? But I'm not sure she's going to make much difference in the plane world. With a giant ape on board.
It's coming back to me. It's coming back.
I used to be a helicopter
You
pilot.
have to evacuate your
Suddenly I found the need
George didn't
to
ask for this. They're gonna put him down.
have to use a helicopter because the
not
whole
happening.
city is going to be demolished. Yeah, the whole city's been demolished.
There's something in the river.
Crocodile.
I was just thinking the only thing that's missing right now is a crocodile.
Oh, there's more. Oh, okay. Well, it looks like all the money went on the special effects and not necessarily the plot. And the dialogue is pretty shoddy from what I can tell, particularly Dwayne's one-liners. You get a lot of one-liners that are meant to be like memorable, like Ripley's was in, you know, in Alien. They don't usually have as much of an effect, such as, for example, "Get away from here, you bitch," from Alien. But well, it adds a bit of fun to the film. Clearly, there's humour in here. They're not taking themselves too seriously, but at the same time, the special effects and the carnage that is wreaked upon the city is clearly pretty serious. Yeah, I'm not sure where they can go with this. It's just going to be the animals evolving and becoming bigger and destroying the city, and Dwayne Johnson's there to save the city. But yeah, no, there's a couple of good actors with supporting roles in there. I'll definitely watch it for that, and it's worth a watch. It's not going to be my films of the week. It's not going to be on the top of my list to watch, but I'll still be watching it. And if I really enjoy it, I'll let you know. If I really hate it, I'll let you know too. It is like, no comment. Let's move on to the next video. The next video I'm going to do, so let's do a complete change of tempo. I'm going to do For Even When I Fall, which is a new documentary. I don't know much about it. I think it's about a gymnast or circus performer, I'm not sure. But I'm going to watch it now. Circus.
सर्कस चाहिँ हैन अब जादुको संसार देख्न लागेको थियो अनि त्यही भएर त्यहाँ मलाई चाहिँ जानु मन लागेको
त्यसपछि म 14 वर्षसम्म मेरो परिवारलाई भेट्न पाइनँ
भने अनि मम्मीहरुलाई चिन्छस् त भन्छ सबै बिर्सियो
Chills.
यस्तो हैन हामीलाई चाहिँ अब हैन ए इन्डियाबाट ल्याएको यस्तो उस्तो नभनोस् कि ए हाम्रो काठमाडौँ मेहनत गरेर बिचराको आम्बाउ नभएको बच्चाहरूले यस्तो ट्यालेन्ट देखाइरहेको
आफ्नो मनको हो कि आफ्नो मन बाँध्न सक्ने मनलाई जित्नु पर्छ नानी
मलाई भन्न लाज लाग्दैन
It looks beautiful. Absolutely cool. These are the stories, these are the documentaries I want to see.
हेर हामीले हाम्रो व्यथा
I just wish more people would go to the cinema and watch them. Well, what can I say about that one? Yeah, I reckon I'll be watching this at the cinema as long as I can find a cinema that's playing it, and I reckon it's probably going to make me tear up. There are, a lot of documentaries make me do that, and it's just the real life struggles that people go through, and some people's stories just have to be heard. And this looks like it's not just a story of this one woman that it looks like it's focusing on; it's a story of all women. And it's a story of triumph over, just terrible circumstances. The terrible circumstances in this case are trafficking, heavy trafficking of women, whether it's for sexual exploitation, for slavery, for many other terrible reasons. But documentaries and stories like this need to be heard, whether it's in a film, a biopic, or whether it's in documentary form, real life on the news. These sorts of things need more people to see them, and that's why I want to do some of these trailers as part of my film releases for the weeks, mainly to get to have these stories heard and seen by more people. And hopefully if they're in a cinema near you, you can go and see it as well. I'd like to hear what people think more of these sorts of films in the big blockbusters, because they're more hard hitting and it's real life we're watching here. And some of my favourite films from last year were documentaries. My top 10 of films alone, I think I had 3 or 4 foreign language films and 2 documentaries in my top 10 alone. The other 3 of the others were blockbusters. So there's a whole range of categories of films I love watching, and I have different reactions to each one. Any film that gives me a high emotional reaction of any kind is a film that's worth watching, for whether it's for good reasons or for bad reasons. But it's a film that needs watching. So I will see this when it comes out, as long as I can get the chance to see it. And yeah, if you've got any questions for me about what I thought of the film, just let me know. And it looks beautiful. It looks stunningly made. I mean, they look like they've done a brilliant job making this documentary and bringing these stories to light. It's time to move on to the next film. So the next trailer I'm going to be reacting to and reviewing now will be... which one shall it be? I think I'm going to do Western. So I think it's a foreign language film, and I don't think it's a Western, but we'll see. So I'm going to watch this now. I don't know anything about this film really, other than what I've just told you, so let's get on with it.
Die Welt ist wie Tiere. Fressen oder gefressen werden. Der Stärkere gewinnt immer.
Nach Bulgarien.
Bulgarian.
Hey, was wollt ihr denn hier?
Arbeiten?
Arbeiten kannst du auch in Deutschland.
So it's more like a hard-hitting drama.
Einheimischen jedoch.
Deswegen bauen wir ja ein Wasserkraftwerk.
Wir bringen hier Infrastruktur mit rein.
Germane, hey, kulturne Chore, was bitte?
Und warst schon mal auf Montage? Ich bin hier, um Geld zu verdienen. Und, bist du ein Schlitzohr?
Bulgarian German production.
Ich Soldat. Afghanistan, Afrika.
It's more like a crime film. Oh, it's beautifully shot. Tony Irvin was one of my top 10 of last year. So it is like a bit like a modern western then.
Ich stehe nicht auf Gewalt.
Good music.
Ich würde vorsichtig sein.
Ja, miteinander oder gegeneinander?
Hier gibt zu wenig Wasser. Wieso willst du das Wasser klauen?
This is a very tense trailer.
Einfach, wie ihr euch das vorstellt.
Really transfixed right now.
Така по селата. Всичко се случва.
Now this looks interesting. This film looks really interesting. It has a very claustrophobic feel, but at the same time it's very open. You can see a lot of it seems to be set outside in the landscape in Bulgaria. But it feels very claustrophobic. I think that's partly due to the superb film editing that was done for this trailer. The drum beats and the bass and the fast-paced music makes you feel really tense. It brings up a lot of tension, and it made me, I was just utterly transfixed with the screen. And film, trailers like this really make me want to watch film, and it really brings my attention to a lot of foreign films. A lot of people don't necessarily have the ability to be able to see a foreign film at the cinema. A lot of people, blockbuster cinemas don't tend to show them, along with documentaries and other independent films. Luckily I work in cinema, so I'll get to see all of these. There's another foreign film that's out this week called Custody. I've already seen the trailer, so I'm not going to be reacting to that film. That film equally has very, very good video editing, sound editing and music, and it makes you want to watch the film. You have a lot of tension that builds up inside you while watching, and you just want to see more. Although this film doesn't seem to give a lot away. I don't know what the issues are. It's clearly a foreigner working in a foreign country, so I think he's German, living and working in Bulgaria. But a lot of the people he's working with are involved in crime, from what I can tell, and he used to be a war veteran. Crime thriller, clearly, but also a modern western. The Expanse is sort of almost quite desert, scrubby-like landscape, but at the same time you've got the modern towns, and it's a good mix of the two. There's many modern westerns that are brilliant that from the last 10 years. I mean, westerns have really started to come back into fashion again, whether you've got the big films from big directors like Django Unchained, or whether you've got a film such as Bone Tomahawk, which was an independent film from a couple of years ago, which was just superb film. Everyone must see that film. It's a Bone Tomahawk. Watch it, let me know what you think. Yeah, I'm really into this, and I really want to see it. Let's move on to the next trailer. The next trailer I'm going to review is going to be The Titans. I think this is another more blockbuster film, but I don't know anything about it, so I'm going to get straight to it.
No one attempts the impossible without belief in something greater than themselves.
Futuristic, straight away.
With what?
Our resources have been depleted.
Sci-fi.
Time is running out.
Is this Avatar?
In 10 years,
Resources
half the world's
depleted.
population will
Same
starve
actor.
to death. The planet will be uninhabitable. But there is one place that gives us hope.
A global theme.
What if Titan
Save the
becomes our
world.
home?
Your typical sci-fi save
You
the
will
world
become
message.
enhanced humans. Supermen.
Ooh, interesting.
Most of you will fail. Some people will break during the training.
Almost like an anti-superhero
I
movie.
never thought I'd see something like this.
Superheroes that weren't born superheroes to save the world.
Now, Rick's of the future.
You are gonna be the first man on Titan.
Interesting. Or is he going to evolve?
This isn't space research. It's criminal. They're becoming violent.
Oh God.
I want to finish it. I can see everything. There's no darkness.
There is something alive inside of him.
He's a soldier.
The experiments have gone wrong.
There's $300 million worth of scientific research. There's no going back. They'll kill your family.
Oh, the bass in my ears right now.
What did you do?
I can barely hear in this now. That's
If we can't control him, all of us are dead.
I was not expecting this. Ooh. Nice. This looks so good. Yeah. There's Mr. Manhattan from my favourite superhero film. But it's not him. Okay. You know what? This is a big surprise actually. Film I've never heard of before, frankly. And it looks amazing. I mean, I love sci-fi films. I'm not biased or anything. There's still plenty of sci-fi films I don't like. But this looks really good. This looks amazing. Not only the production values, the CGI, the special effects, the visuals look like crisp. They look beautiful. And that's for a trailer, so I'm sure in the film it's going to look even better. Just the sort of, it's almost like the new, it reminds me a bit, I haven't seen the trailer for it, but the concept of the New Mutants, except this time they're people that are being experimented on to get superpowers to help save the world. It sounds like your typical sci-fi film. And then obviously it starts going wrong. It looks like it's more of a horror film, so I wasn't expecting the horror elements to it. So people are starting to change and mutate and turn into something horrible, or they're starting to die. Maybe they're slowly dying, I'm not sure. But the bass, I could feel my head vibrating while listening to the trailer, listening to the music in the trailer. Yeah, I'm so going to be watching this. I actually cannot wait now. Yeah. I'm actually really pumped now. I cannot wait to watch this. It's just come out. It depends whether I'm working, which I probably am, but I'll make the time. Yeah, I'm so pumped up for this film. I'm really excited. So, yeah, this also has a slight feel of Mad Max in terms of, the end of the world type apocalyptic scenario, but at the same time, I don't think it's set on Earth. I think it's set somewhere else, in a more futuristic place, on another planet, judging by the opening scene with the planet of the ring that looks like Saturn. And the whole point of this exercise is to send these people back to Earth to make it maybe more habitable again, to save the world, so to speak. They're on their backup planet. But yeah, it's looking amazing, and I'm really excited to watch it. I'll move on to my final trailer. I think I have a final trailer. Let me just double check for you. You know what? I don't have a final trailer, so that's your lot. Fuck it. Well, let's end it there. So many films there. I think I enjoyed all of those trailers for different reasons. Not so sure about the Meg. Once again, there'll be a link coming up somewhere now for that trailer, so watch that and let me know what you think. And subscribe in the link below. There's probably a link there somewhere. And yeah, keep watching, subscribe, keep liking, comment. Hope you enjoy my video, and see you soon. Thanks for watching.